Zocchi von Holo-Light wird uns etwas über Augmented Reality erzählen. Ich begrüße Sie. Nice to meet you. The floor is yours. You're welcome.
Hello? Okay, super. Thank you, everyone. My name is Gabriel Zocchi. I work at Holo-Light. What we do at Holo-Light, we work with augmented reality and virtual reality. So in the last 7 years, we have been focusing on trying to bring this kind of technology to any industrial world in a way that you could actually work with it and not just take advantage of small devices for entertainment or consumer experiences. In 2008, I believe most of you maybe saw the first Iron Man movie from Marvel. And from that moment on, you have started to see people working with augmented reality in a way that everyone will dream about. So that was actually one of our first challenge to see what can we do to make it really possible the way you have seen it there. And that has been actually our entire focus from the very beginning. But one of the big questions is when you work in an industrial environment or you work in a business scenario, how can you use this technology in reality? Because we have been aware for a long time that there is this concept of the digital twin, or in any case, a lot of companies, they work with digital data, 3D data for a very long time now. And they want to have the most seamless experience. They want to rework with their original file. They want to work with the original design. And they want to have this design used the way they will do it in reality. And most of the time, you see the device on the market, they cannot do that. Or they ask you to reduce the quality of your model, or simplify it, or take just a portion. So that was one of the questions we had in the beginning. How can we make this actually not happening? How can we give the freedom to people to work with their original data the way they are, the way they expect to use it? And that's where actually we have started to develop our software all around these questions, always keeping in mind only what is a real business use case, what is a real business process, and how you're going to use this data. It's not just about visualizing it, but having any kind of interaction. Just to give you an idea, we have been working with the Microsoft Hololens for a long time now, since actually the very first generation. And this year, Microsoft told us we have the best business cases in place when it comes to augmented reality and the HoloLens. Why? Because we can actually promise that you can take your CAD files the way they are, and you can bring it in any environment to use it in an industrial way. Just to give you an example, in the product development, we have been working for 5 years now with automotive company like BMW, and we have augmented reality as part of their design and engineering process on a daily basis in every department. They can actually use their CAD file to design, prototype, and put in production real vehicles on a daily basis. Some of the use cases we have been focusing on in the last years was really about starting from the very early stage of any design and bring this file in real world, in scale 1:1, in full quality, so that you could correctly position them. You can collaborate with other people in reviewing your design, in detecting faults, for example, or in working in trying to find new solution for adjusting your design. Collaborate with partners that they have to supply, for example, different parts of your design in a way that it can fit in a specific world. And everything at any size. So it doesn't matter what's the object. We have companies building, for example, oil petroleum platform, and they work in scale 1:1 to a point that they can actually work in rooms for an entire building, or things like that. You can simulate things. You can, for example, enter in an empty space and position any machinery at any level in a way that you can see if they fit, if they can work there, if they can actually be attached to something else, if they actually overlay in some way with something that is already existing. Think about people working with pipelines or wire system or water distribution. You can overlay an entire pipe system of a building on real object and see where they are with a precision of around 1 millimeter. You can do quality control, for example. You can just review if whatever you have installed, prepared fits with the original design, because you can always overlay your design data with the physical world. This is why, for us, augmented reality is the very important key. Virtual reality is great, but you don't have any reference about the real world unless you bring it in the application. But augmented reality means that you can walk around in your environment and see exactly where everything it is. You can train people with augmented reality because you don't need to have physical elements before to learn about something. You can simulate tools. You can have your tools in your hands as a hologram and try to work with it. You can teach people about machinery. You can display safe area. So there is a lot of possibility in terms of displaying 3D data over the world. What we do is not just display it, but as I said in the beginning, we try to remove any limitation. Now, maybe you were expecting me to show some video or some fancy picture about marketing material. Oh, how cool it is, this technology. That's not what I'm doing here. Those are pictures taken from real cases. We work in different industry, but we are just behind the corner. Please try the technology. Don't believe that you know what it is AR because you tried on a mobile phone or you had a chance to work with smart glasses. This is not the way AR works in a business world. So we have Hololens here, we have our application here, we can show you any kind of situation in which you could work with. Not everything is yet possible maybe as in the Iron Man movie, but a lot is happening on a monthly basis. This kind of technology keep growing, and what we focus on is sit down with our clients, learn about their processes, and transfer this knowledge in a way that holograms can actually be used in real cases to take decision and avoid impacts. And all these solutions, they work in a collaborative system. So multiple people can be in the same session. It's not about a single person wearing a lens. It's about also collaborating with other person, work with the same data at the same time, providing the maximum level of security in terms of not sharing information you are not supposed to, but still give the possibility to people to work in the same environment. I guess there is a buzzword everyone already knows, is Metaverse. Yes, we are in a Metaverse, but not the Metaverse you see advertised all the time. We look at the industrial Metaverse. We can make several applications related to AR and VR work together with the same level of data, with the same technology in a collaborative way. We are looking at bringing the concept of Metaverse, so multiple people in the same environment, but always keeping in mind what are the priorities of the industries. Security, data quality, digital continuity, digital twin. So that's what we do on a daily basis. So please come to us. We are just here in front. Test our device. You can play with it, and you can see what is really possible today and how close it is to actually the Iron Man concept. That's it.
Ja. Ja,